small village. When you drive through the village, it's possible to stop at Jewel's Banana Bread stand. They sell delicious banana bread, excellent lemonade. It's just very challenging to get there on the narrow one-way road.
Where's Hana from here?
It's on our other mountain, the Haleakala Mountain. On the shoreline up ahead are some old pineapple fields. Maui Gold Pineapple Company finished harvesting from these fields several years ago. Normally, after the last pineapple was picked, they would replant new pineapple bushes for the future. But due to the competition from other countries around the world, they've not been able to make the profit that they need. So they decided to abandon all of the fields surrounding the entire West Maui Mountain, not just these fields up ahead. They're still growing some pineapple for us on the Haleakala Mountain. At least it's enough to stock our grocery stores. We're certainly grateful for that.
Reminds me of Jurassic Park.
Doesn't it? It looks like it, doesn't it? I will show you an area on Molokai where they filmed an opening scene for the third Jurassic Park movie. Over to the left is the Kapalua Plantation Golf Course. They're getting ready to host the PGA tournament. So professional golfers will start playing on that golf course very shortly. You can see all the white tents and marquees, and there's trailers out there for the professional golfers. In the water up ahead to the left, you can see a barge being towed by a large tugboat. This is how a majority of our goods are actually transported from island to island over the water. Obviously, some goods are transported into our small airports by airplane, but most of it is done over the water. That barge came from Honolulu, and it'll swing around and go into our Kahului Harbor. If it goes to the Big Island, then it crosses the channel over to our left to the Big Island behind us. And of course, straight ahead is Molokai, one of our Maui County islands. This is where the hula dance originated a long time ago. There's about 8,000 permanent residents on that island. Most of them live at the other end of the island, which is drier and more sunshine. That's where the few hotels exist as well. This end of Molokai can receive around 300 inches of rain a year. All of our islands are different from each other. Back on Maui, we have over 155,000 permanent residents. Plus, throughout the year, we receive more than 2 million visitors every single year. The Big Island of Hawaii is known for Kilauea Volcano National Park. That's where cinder cones have been erupting red-hot lava on the top surface off and on since 1983. The island of Kauai has dramatic valleys and waterfalls. And then there's the city of Honolulu on Oahu, which, as you know, is the capital of Hawaiian Islands. It has the famous Waikiki Beach and the North Shore for surfing. They host international surfing contests on their North Shore. On Maui's North Shore, sometimes we also get to see a very large wave of water that will appear. They call the wave Jaws. We saw Jaws 6 weeks ago. They can predict when Jaws will form, so they had a big surfing contest that day for professional surfers, and it got up to 25 feet high. In the 11 years I've been flying out here, the best I've ever seen it is 40 feet high. The rock feature in the water to your right has the nickname of Elephant Rock, but it does look as though the trunk has eroded away from the head. Some people think it looks more like a sea turtle these days. If the water is calm early in the morning, then there's fishing boats out there hanging around Elephant Rock. Farming is actually the main industry for this island. At the other end, farmers grow acres of vegetables, particularly cucumbers. On this end is a very large cattle ranch. You can see a lot of green pasture land. They've been raising cows here since the 1930s. And there's a small hotel which has been operating since the 1930s. This ranch used to be named the Murphy Ranch, but the Murphy brothers sold it a few years ago, and since then the new owners decided to give it a Hawaiian name. So this is now called the Pu'uohuku Ranch, which means hill to the stars. At night the clouds disappear and they can see the stars in the sky from the hill. The valley coming up on our right is called Halava Valley. Archaeologists did quite a bit of research down in the valley at this end. From the artifacts they dug out of the ground, they believe there was a big village down below containing about 1,000 ancient Hawaiians. Today, though, there's only a few Hawaiians living out there near the Bay Area. They do live partially off the land, but there's also a road they can use to drive to a general store located at the other end of the island. And now we're heading to the north side of the island, and this is home to some of the tallest sea cliffs in the world. In some areas, these cliffs rise above the water as high as 3,500 feet. In this area, they go up almost 2,000 feet above the water. This side of Molokai was shattered by a major earthquake thousands of years ago. A portion of the island fell down into the water. That generated a huge tsunami wave that carried the land way out into the ocean, leaving behind these dramatic cliffs. Straight ahead is Papalaua Waterfall. This is the tallest waterfall within the Maui County Islands, which flows constantly throughout the year. Other waterfalls have a tendency to dry up off and on, but Papalaua, at over 1,500 feet tall, flows all the time.